McKay Proctor. When my searches for success in the dictionary came up, well, unsuccessful, I didn't know where to turn. Really, I didn't. I mean, if the dictionary can't tell me what success is, then who can? And so I did exactly what Dr. C told us not to do. I went straight to Google, I typed in quotes on success, and I hit, "I'm feeling lucky." What I came upon seemed too good to be true. I got a good definition of success from an accomplished author, multi-platinum recording artist 50 Cent. And what Fitty told me was, I always thought success was going to be a Lamborghini, and now I've got it. And this is a great definition of success, really. How many failures have Lamborghinis sitting in their driveways? And Fitty's been successful in his life. I mean, he's made millions of dollars, he's got a recording empire, and he's world famous. No one's ever going to say that Fitty's a failure. And he does do what the rest of our society does. He gauges success by material, our material indicators of success. Here, the Lamborghini. And that's something in our society that goes back to when the guy with the biggest hut and the most wives to put in it was the most successful man in the village. But then I continued my Google Odyssey, and a quotation jumped off the page. It was Bob Dylan saying, "What's success? A man's a success if he gets up in the morning and he goes to bed at night, and in between he does what he wants to do." This seems to get to the root of success, and Dylan's been a success by both his and Fitty's standards. By Fitty's standards, he's sold millions and millions of albums, made several classic recordings, and he's made millions of dollars. On top of that, he's won the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. By Fitty's definition, he's a better success than Fitty. Then, by his own standards, he's done what he's wanted to do since before the early 1960s. He's been making music, performing it. That's what he wants to do. Most people would have stopped after a good 10 or 20 year run in the music business. But Dylan still continues to make music because it's what he wants to do. So sure, Dylan's a success, but what about his definition of success? I mean, it's really counterintuitive, right? By his definition, any one of the thousands of musicians who came here to Nashville to partake in the music industry is a success, even if they're technically a failure, if music is their passion. As counterintuitive as Dylan's definition seems, it makes sense. And even though Fitty's definition makes all the sense in the world, he's wrong. And here's why. The thing is, if you're going to gauge success by a Lamborghini here, what do you do once you have it? Do you continue to pursue more Lamborghinis? Do you go after a trophy wife or a big house? What do you do once you get the Lamborghini? Dylan seems to hit the nail on the head, though. He says that a man is a success not if other people think that he's a success because of something that he has, but if he thinks that he's a success. Dylan's definition is internal. While Fitty's putting you on this treadmill of success where you're always chasing this one item, Dylan's saying people who are successful are people who are free to set their own goals. That's what Dylan did. For 40 years plus, he's been making music, performing it, and he's been a success. Even Mississippi Fred McDowell, legendary bluesman, died without a dime in a shack in western Tennessee. But he was a success. Because he did what he wanted to do since the age he was 14. All he ever wanted to do was pick the guitar, play the blues, and do that his entire life. And he did. And he was a success. So even if I'm going to give the edge to Fitty in a street fight every time, here I'm going to have to side with Dylan. You see, Mr. Cent, 50 if I may. Success is not a Lamborghini. It's freedom.
The winner of this year's Freshman Speech competition is McKay Proctor.
Thank you. Congratulations to all three of you. Obviously, it's particularly to you, McKay. Great job.